Smartly Uneducated is hands down the greatest podcast in the world. But be warned, this one is not for the faint of heart. With topics ranging from true crime to conspiracy theories, this podcast doesn't shy away from violence or controversial content. Their slogan,
"Oh, we're going to Pluto to see alien titties,"
or
"A surprise penis is never a good penis,"
isn't just a catchy tagline. It's the truth. These hosts have a world of knowledge that expands across the cosmos. If you are looking for a podcast that will make you laugh, make you think, and make you reevaluate your life choices, tune into Smartly Uneducated and join the uneducated madness.
Already, I'm picking my nose. Damn it, Ben.
Oh, and I almost forgot to start scene switching because we're actually starting. So now it's on you.
Oh, hey, welcome everybody to Smartly Uneducated.
Yes, welcome back to the Smartly Uneducated peoples of
I
the
know we had a
time.
really interesting past two episodes, if you are interested in those sort of things. But today we have a very boring episode. It's the New Year special, everybody. Happy New Year to all of our 2024 listeners and everybody who has been following.
Ooh.
Welcome back.
What are your what's your sights for the year, my guy? I'm gonna keep the camera on you for a moment.
My sights for the year? I'm looking to the stars, baby, every year. Always looking to the stars. Might find myself, I don't know, one day maybe cutting the grass a little bit lower than normal and find a gold doubloon in the ground, one of them gold doubloons that you bite on and they don't break very well. And after you bite on it, you might think to yourself, this is actually chocolate. And you unwrap it, you find yourself eating a piece of chocolate that you found while mowing your lawn. Now that is a sight for the New Year's resolution, baby. You can go about your day on a regular tactic, or you can take the other way to work today. Why don't you mix up your commute a little bit when you're going to work, baby? You know what I'm saying? You might find yourself seeing different sights. You might find yourself feeling a little different. So consider venturing out of your comfort zone this year in a smartly uneducated sort of way.
And have anal sex.
That's not what I was going for, Ben. But I like where your head's at.
Sorry. It's called it's called lycanthropy.
It's
I
called
apologize.
lycanthropy.
Oh, whoa, shit! It's a full moon. Oh, ooh, dick. Like,
The full moon. Hey, baby. They used to call me Evan. Now they call me Daddy.
oh, howl, motherfucker. Oh, what a hoot. Howl, bro.
Did you happen to see that movie Strays?
No. What's a
It's about
stray?
dogs. It's a dog movie. It's like a it's like a raunchy dog comedy.
Dude, I thought you were about to go into like, oh, have you seen that movie Strays and then make like a gay reference, like something about it was gay oriented, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, it's about dogs. I'm like, wow. I'm like, okay, gay dogs, like, is dog slang for like genitalia? Like,
Yeah, man. They call them David Doggins for a reason. But in that movie Strays, I mean that could be a good little movie title for a stray gay man. Strays. They find themselves curious, like in Queer Eyes for the Straight Guy. They're like, I don't know, I want to pick up women, but I also want men to find me attractive. Isn't that the whole point to lifting weights and getting a better looking sculpted body is for men to appreciate it?
Yes. 100%.
That man, it always comes full round circle to UFC is for gay men. Like it goes full circle every time. I don't know how this happens,
Dude. And as much as that is like, it's a great joke. Well, the whole UFC is just for guys to be gay, But the thing is that like ever since you made that joke, whenever I see clips of UFC fights and shit like that, or something come across in feed on social media for UFC. All I see, all in my head, dude, I'm like, oh, look, they really fucked each other up sexually. Boom, boom. Like,
yes, sexually.
I can't get that joke out of my head, even though it's straight up a joke. You know.
Yeah.
Well, let's make sure to say that so you don't get jumped by, like, fucking Brock Lesnar shows up. Are you calling me gay? Fuck, it's a freight train. Like,
I got PSG at my front door. It's like, you think this is gay, huh? You think this is gay?
Yeah.
I'm wearing
Yeah.
my yoga shorts to fight you.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Talk about being limber and like freedom to move around. Like, holy shit. You're good to go, my guy. Good to go.
I gotta say, it's weird seeing my face without a beard on this recording. So those of you who are listening to the podcast for the past, I don't know, 3 years of my life, I've had a beard. I think I've cut it off before around you, but
You
I,
have
I
one
usually
other
always
time.
have, I usually always have a large beard going on, and it's
You've
always weird seeing it without it.
you've only shaved it off one other time, like fully shaved it off. But the rest of the other, like I think there was one other time that you didn't fully shave it, you just trimmed it down to where it was short, much significantly shorter. But
Yeah,
it was still a full beard though. Like it's not like you had like 5 o'clock shadow. It was still a thick beard, just managed. You
and I
know.
got it all off now, baby, and I got rid of it all.
Yeah, so with us going into the new year, I didn't know what to do for this podcast because this is the first episode. This is season 2. Season 2. And I know that's really weird us doing seasons for the podcast, but in a way, I kind of enjoy that because it makes it easier to kind of mitigate, to handle all the episodes like chronologically, you know. Plus if we just do a new season every year, then it's like starting fresh every fucking time. Kind of like shitty New
Yeah,
Year's resolutions that no
new
one ever
year,
follows.
new me. New year, same podcast. Y'all are gonna get the same exact examples, same exact comedy, probably bigger and better dick jokes, probably bigger and better fart jokes. So
Yeah, and you know what
stick
else
in
they're gonna
close.
get? You know what else they're gonna get? They're gonna get bigger and better fucking quality products from us. And that has to do with the fact that we have better equipment. We worked out the audio kinks. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
and even the visuals got worked out and stuff, which by the way, I'm sending you a package today. I already have it boxed up.
Holy shit! Another package? Dang, you can't stop
Yeah,
sending
well,
me
no,
gifts.
well, it was the original thing that you were supposed to take with you. It was
Ah, yes.
it was the camera, my guy. You got that? It's the true 1080p 60 FPS camera. It's better than the one you're using right now.
Oh, I like that. I like the sound of that a
It'll
lot.
be smoother, crisper, overall just better quality. Granted, you are doing this over Discord, so obviously you'll have like visual quality drops just due to the fact of it's going off of a data connection, over the internets. So if there is any kind of video quality drop, it's only because of the connection. That's all. But when it's working great, it's gonna look great. You know.
I think it looks great and sounds great right about now.
It
Um,
does. But this way, whenever we make like YouTube shorts and shit, and it's like, because when it goes to me with my fancy ass camera, I'm still in really good high quality, you know? Whereas when it goes to you, it pixelates more because, you know what I
hey,
mean?
I'm in good quality. I'm in good quality, Ben.
Okay, fine.
Look at me.
Sorry. I
Look me.
apologize.
Look me in the eyes and tell me I'm not in good quality.
Elijah, is that you? Oh, Frodo, don't wear the ring.
I'm gonna ride a dead body like a sea-doo across the ocean off this desert planet.
Oh, dude, damn. Like, what the fuck? That
You
just
never
went
seen that movie, The Swiss Army Man?
I want to say it's been a long ass time, dude. I know what movie you're talking about. It's been a long time though, like a very long
Swiss Army
time.
Man was a very funny film with him in it, where the end of it, he makes a dead body fart like crazy, and they just fart across the ocean together.
Wait, that came out? Wait, is Swiss Army Man with a Harry Potter, Daniel Radcliffe, or Elijah Wood?
I think it's Daniel Radcliffe. I think you're right.
Yeah, that
Oh
came
God.
out like 10 years ago or something,
Yeah, right around there.
something like that. Anywho, so this episode, let's talk about what we're gonna talk about, which is a hodgepodge of things, because this is just to kick off the new fucking year with an episode of the new year.
Yeah, it was Daniel Radcliffe, and it was
Oh,
2016 when it
you
came out.
saved me there. I didn't know where I was going with that. Thank you. Um,
So hey, Have you seen in Italy like these little windows they serve alcohol and coffee through? It's like a little onion domed like hand window that's only the size of a wine glass.
What?
Yeah, it's very cool. They're called wine windows. It's a medieval like thing they did in Italy where they would
Oh,
just serve
uh,
people wine and whatnot through windows.
yeah. I've heard of that, and I think I've seen pictures of it too.
If I am to open up like a restaurant or a cafe or anything of that sort, I want one of those. Like people walking by, can I get a coffee to go? Here you go. Just like a tiny little window with a little tiny door they knock on.
Hell yeah, dude. And by the way, let's make an announcement. We are eventually, someday, at some point in time, on an unspecified calendar date, going to open a brewery called the Smartly Educated Brewery. Not uneducated. Smartly Educated Brewery. That's gonna happen, motherfucker. No, I'm just kidding. It's not. Or it is.
TM. That's ours. That's our name. Um, I think it'd be better named as Broodly Educated. Um,
Yeah. And you know what? Let me tell you something. And to all the listeners out there, with us going into the new fucking year, just remember there is no I in team, but there is a U in cunt. So don't be a cunt.
Speaking of being a cunt, do you have any New Year's resolutions?
No, I think New Year's resolutions are bullshit. I think they're just
Like
they're an excuse to put something off until a date that's later, and then you end up not doing it. Yeah,
that's
it's
not
just
any fun. I have a resolution for you.
a revolution.
A
What?
revolution, and it's gonna be televised, baby. Am I right? Can I get a hell yeah, brother? The revolution will be
Oh,
televised.
hell yeah, motherfucker. Oh, hell yeah. Is that better?
You peaked a little bit, but yeah, we're good.
I've motherfucking peaked. There, is that better?
Now that's a hell yeah, brother. Am I right? Can I get an amen? Everybody in the audience, can I get a hand clap, please? Also, if you're listening to the Smartly Uneducated FM 88 radio podcast show, I greatly appreciate it. And check out my resolution for the year. I will be wearing no socks because socks are for pussies. I will also stop wiping my ass because crusties help me stay clean. Don't you forget another resolution of mine. I'm no longer going to trim my fingernails. They will be long, crusty daggers on the ends of my fingertips that
Jesus.
everybody will be freaked out at me when they see it. Welcome to the Smartly Uneducated podcast.
That's how you get fucking toe fungus, bro. You better be trimming that shit. Like, damn.
That's it. That's all you got for me? Not the smegma fucking thing that's going to be forming in my butt crack?
Listen, dude, I'm gonna let you handle whatever you want to do with your little Grand Canyon you got going on down there on the rear. But when it comes to them toes and them fingertips, those are in visual sight half the time because you are a guy who likes to wear sandals and you have hands that you don't wear gloves. So, just saying, toe fungus
If you're
is
if you're a
real.
regular listener, you know that I carry a handheld bidet everywhere I go. So it'll be just fine.
Dude, oh my goodness, the
I
bidet.
got it on a like holster on my hip, a little water bottle spray can everywhere I go.
You got you,
Sir, you can't carry that gun in here. Oh, don't worry. It's my bidet.
It's just my bidet, guys. Oh my god, dude. That's great. I love that. I love that a whole lot. I love it a lot. But with us going into the new year, with everything, I think we should touch on some things to consider and think about for the next year of how it would impact us. The works, like unlimited venture points, right? Now, first thing I want to start with, and I want to say it because I want to get your thoughts on it. We'll just kind of bounce around. I'm going to send you a list. I'm going to email it to you here in just a second, Mr. Evan, once I
All
get you
right.
talking. But I think everyone should keep AI in the forefront of their mind because it's like, you know, AI is so integrated into everything now, and it's becoming more and more integrated into everything. And, things we got to think about is, just the fact of the use of deep fake technology for doing the face replacement, all these things. It's already at a level that's insane. And, if it's already at that level in the public eye, what they have behind, closed doors is far superior. So just something to think about, which means nothing in all reality because what the fuck ever. I'm just throwing it out there. Also, think about the global political landscape.
Well,
Let's
hold on.
think
Can we
about
go touch?
that.
Can we touch on that? Can we touch on that AI thing one
Yeah,
more
yeah, yeah,
time?
yeah, yeah.
So there was, I'm sure we've talked about it in the past, right? But there was that Google whistleblower. I forget the fella's name who straight up was like, I have to quit working for Google because they have this AI that has sentience and it is cognitive and it realizes that it is alive and people need to know about this. He's like, I tried to kill it and it didn't go anywhere.
Damn.
Um, so if they're like, yeah, we have ChatGPT 4, they have ChatGPT fucking AGI, regular fucking artificial general intelligence that is capable of understanding and
so
recognizing
does
existence.
real quick question, does AGI stand for ass grass and in the ass?
No, that would be AGIA. AGI stands for always giving information because if you are wanting to ride in my car, you better give me some sort of information, and that
Yo, you spill the
stems to ass, grass, and ass.
Listen to me, motherfucker. You better spill that motherfucking tea. Give me that tea, bitch. Yo, who's Sally been fucking on the side while her husband's at work? I want to know. And who the fuck is Jeremy going off with while Sally's off fucking that other guy? You know?
You better give me a little bit of that AGI. I've been asking for it all week long, and you can't give me any AGI.
You better give me some of that motherfucking AGI, my guy. Yo, listen to me, guy.
Always giving information.
I feel like we should just talk like this the whole fucking podcast because this is where the days. This is how we talk, and this is how it's gonna go forward, right here.
All right, yeah.
Breaking the
Let
new
me
fucking year. We're gonna talk
let me
like
just go
this.
ahead and break the window, break the foreground. This is my normal voice. This is how I sound. This is how I talk. My voice I had on is just for publicity's sake, so people don't actually know what I sound like. All right, so make sure you're listening well. Make sure you're talking well. And if you love your family, make sure you call them all the time. You think about a friend, call them, text them, say hi, what's up. Everybody's life is fragile, especially mine. Especially mine. Not yours so much, Ben, but mine is really fucking fragile. All right. If I die, you die too, motherfucker. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, all you motherfucking listeners out there, just fucking remember this one fucking thing. You ever fuck with the Wiz or I? We're gonna show up with the Maui fucking fires in the back of the trunk, and we got
That's
fucking some.
goddamn
We're
right,
gonna have
though,
some
yeah.
AKs with some fucking banana clip style, and we're gonna wear them boots on the outside of our fucking jeans. It's not like we're gonna tuck that
Whoa.
shit in. It's gonna be outside, dude. That's how you know we're there to make some serious business. And when we pop that trunk, it's gonna be a hot fucking trunk because there's a fucking Maui fires there in the back, and then we got the guns in there too. And which probably means they're really dangerous to touch because they're gonna be really hot and piping hot. But and the ammo might fucking go off. But you know what? That just means we got shrapnel that shoots out of our fucking ass. Don't you fucking forget it. Anyways.
Yeah, and don't you forget it either. We're gonna have heat-resistant gloves to touch these motherfucking gloves. We're coming prepared. I mean, I'm gonna be wearing heat-resistant gloves to touch these motherfucking guns.
The Wiz,
I don't want to burn my
the
hands.
Wiz may be coming fucking prepared, coming protected and prepared, but I'm not because I got snipped. I'm bareback, baby. I don't gotta put on no goddamn Jimmy. I go in there and I just do my business. I get the fucking shaft, and I get to leave it in and then inside, and it feels really good.
Are we still talking about the same thing here? You're talking about something else? Because I was talking about grabbing those Maui fires out of the back of the trunk. What are you talking about?
Well, it was a fucking full moon today, so my lycanthropy kicked in. So I just thought that I was getting a little gay with you for a moment. I thought we were gonna fuck. Like, oh shit. I sent you an email by the way. I sent you a motherfucking email by the way.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I saw it.
I'm sorry going to my alter ego voice. I gotta stay with my original.
Hey, the next full moon's in 3 days, by the way. So be prepared. Make sure you're with your wife, not your friends.
Make sure you're with your wife. She's gonna be so disappointed because he's gonna be like, "Oh, hey, baby, let's have sex," and it's gonna be like, do you have a cock?"
Like, how?
Yeah. Do you have a cock though? Like, that's the real question.
She pulls it. She pulls out the strap on and gets ready to peg you.
I guess I'll make do. Goddamn. Oh well. I guess I'm gonna settle. I'll settle or whatever. You know.
Dude,
Anyways,
so you sent me this fucking list of things to talk about. I love how they're formatted. Like global political landscape is the fucking most generic thing that anybody could have written.
I know it's fucking pathetic, dude. It's fucking pathetic. I just like did a quick search. I was just like, give me some random shit for the new year that makes no fucking sense.
I mean, global political landscape, I mean, is very vague and open-ended, but it's still like hey, heads up, politics suck. Like, keep an eye out for it. Things are gonna be changing in the future.
Politics suck. Keep an eye out for that shit. Yeah, no, I feel you. I feel you.
And then we talked about the quantum IT department. We'll probably have quantum computing like trends and threads coming up in the coming years, just in sight for the fucking 2020. I'm sorry, for the 2030 revolution. So they'll be making leaps and bounds in the coming years, I imagine. Speaking of that, Edward Snowden talked about how all of these whistleblowers and all of these not AI, alien like disclosures are just a distraction for the American people and the civilization as a whole. He was like, if they're releasing this information, they're doing something fucked up behind the scenes. They are trying to distract you. So quit listening to their alien disclosure because they're lying to you.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you on that. Like, there's been a lot of with this whole talk of all these people coming out. You know what podcast is really on the forefront of really giving out good information and genuine conversation is the Sean Ryan podcast. Dude is
Yeah.
killing it, and and the thing is, his interview style and how he gives the floor to these guests that he has on, like, I love it because it's literally just letting them talk. Because that's the whole point. Like, yeah, he asks questions, but he asks really good questions. He asks questions that really divulge and pull out more layers, and I'm just digging it, dude. Like, he's killing it with how he does his platform. And on top of that, he's getting them, he's former Navy SEAL and he's got connections. So he's got people coming in that are of huge interest that are like, you know what I mean? Like, it's really good. Yeah, I would say if you guys aren't watching the Sean Ryan podcast, just watch the most recent 20 episodes. Like, literally just go and like look up his podcast and look at the recent, the most recent top 20 of from the newest out, and you won't be disappointed. Like, I've been listening to them, dude. They're fucking good, really fucking good.
Yeah. They're very informative and very freaky at the same time. The hacker ones are wild to listen to. And then the AI and artificial intelligent whistleblowers and then the alien whistleblowers are crazy. I don't know. Sean Ryan podcast is really good, but that always delves into religion and Christianity, and that bothers the shit out of me. It's like,
I
come on,
know,
dude.
but it's all interwoven in because that a lot of these like whistleblower things going on, like religion and shit's wrapped into it. Whether we like it or not, it's wrapped into it. It's really weird. Oh, excuse me. That snuck up. Damn. Turning into Rick over here.
That's the Holy Spirit coming out of you, buddy.
Yeah, it's like, stop it. You know? Yeah. But so, with all that being said, what is something that you have on your mind before I actually pull up a real topic? Because I actually have a topic I want to talk about, and I just didn't tell you about it. So
I think that as a society, we have gotten past COVID-19 in regards to like the downfall and the like the downfall of society is related to the stock market and like pricing and everything. I think that we are going to be breaching a turning point to where we are going to be in a post-recovery phase because we are at the moment in that silent depression, similar to the Great Depression. Because in the Great Depression, people were making about $5,000 a year in relation to currency, and in today's society, that's about $45,000 to $50,000 a year. So we are currently in that Great Depression era, but it's not spoken about. It's definitely
Oh,
a serious issue in our society. So I do think that we are going to be hitting like a turning point around the next year or two to where things are going to start recovering. Now, I'm not a financial advisor or a fucking scientist by any means, but like you can see it. It's written all over the walls. So
yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. There was something I actually wanted to add, but I was trying not to interrupt you. So, like, I was letting you talk, and then now I can't remember what I was going to contribute because there was something I actually wanted to say about that, but it is what it
yeah,
is.
so like the FDIC and the Banks of America and things of that nature, they have said that interest rates in America should be dropping down by 3 points by the end of 2024. And sometimes they even mention that it's going to be 6 points that's going to be dropped. So
They
interest
say
rates are
that
going to be.
bullshit. They say that
I
if Biden's
I
in
know.
office, that ain't happening.
Oh my God.
No, he's a piece of
You're one
shit.
of you're one of these people who are like the president controls it all. Fuck that. The
Well, a
president
lot
doesn't
of
do
it,
shit.
some of the stuff he does is, and some of the stuff that he's forced and passed has been a direct relation. But
Yeah,
at the
you can
same
say that
time,
about fucking Abraham Lincoln, but
no,
I mean Abraham
that's
Lincoln was
that's a,
a wife beater
that's
and
an
a drunk, so
exaggeration at that point. We all know he didn't beat his wife; he beat his kids. Come on, man, get it right. Come on, come on. No, fuck Biden and his bullshit he passes. I don't care. I own a house. I am already dealing with one of many things that he's done that has fucked me over. So fuck that guy. Um, and plus, I don't like paying for other people's shit. Get a job, piece of shit, and be fiscally responsible. Um. Anyway,
well that's what that's what the whole great the silent depression thing I'm talking about is, right?
yeah,
They get jobs. Some of these people have 3 jobs, 2 jobs, but they're still only making $40,000 a year because these companies aren't sticking with the inflation rate in in a wage because they probably know that the inflation is going to go down. So why would they change their pay?
yeah,
So if you're making $15, $20 an hour, that's still going to be considered a minimum wage in an inflation
mm-hmm.
era.
Yeah,
So you're still making that $12 and sometimes even $10 after inflation.
yeah.
So
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I get what you're saying. But let us now. I'm gonna move on from that because I have the actual topic I would like to talk about. With us going into the new year and everything going on, one of the things that everyone's, and we're gonna make this kind of like a positive episode, right? We'll throw in some negativity because we have to, because that's fun. I love negative shit. It's a great time. But I think understanding happiness is very important. And especially if you're trying to pursue a new year, new goals, all these things, and you want to improve your life, understanding what happiness really is, overall, and how it's applied in different areas and categories, I think is a good thing to have in your mind, especially if you're trying to do New Year's resolutions and things like that to better yourself. Would you agree?
happiness is a good thing to understand.
Yeah, like understanding, you know, different aspects of becoming happy and having happiness. So like everything from, you know, relationships that you may have to your physical health to mental health, you know, health, like you were just talking about the economy, so economic factors go into your happiness, you know, work and, what you do for work and your fulfillment you're getting from what you're doing and working with your hands to, who you're surrounded with in your community. And that's outside of just, your friend relationships or romantic relationships, but the things in your community. Like, what are you doing to help bring your community up and build it up as a collective? to where everyone's getting a more better quality of life, which then would induce having more happiness potentially, right? Because you're getting these things out of it that contribute in a very positive way. So just stuff like that. Does that make sense? Or am I going overkill with it?
No, I don't think that you're going overkill. It's easier said as recognize what makes you happy. If if what makes you happy is sitting outside and enjoying a cup of coffee or tea or a hot glass of milk or whatever the fuck you drink on a morning, watching the sunrise, you should do that every day, or however much you can do that sort of thing. If stretching makes you feel good, make sure you stretch more often. If exercise makes you feel good, exercise more often. If showing empathy towards somebody else in need makes you feel good, try to do that more often. Recognize what makes you happy. Don't just be like, everybody does this to be happy. I'm gonna go do this to be happy. You
Yeah.
shouldn't follow. You shouldn't follow the grain. Always do what makes you feel good about yourself.
You know what
Um,
you know what I personally think after going through the journey that I've gone through this past year and a half basically of mm, basically I went to school, did all these things like to try to better myself and better things for my family. You know what I've learned in that regard? Just doing that action and taking these leaps is that basically when you try to like I don't know, I could be wrong. So just I want your opinion on this. So pursuing happiness itself, like if your main goal is you're just trying to pursue getting happy. A lot of the time, I realize that that just sets you up for failure because if you try to
yeah,
just seek out that, you end up like ending with disappointment because you're going to fail and that's okay, but a lot of people don't think about that aspect and they're not taking that to heart and like, they hit these roadblocks whatever and then they get this sense of failure and then they're not good enough and like all this crap. And instead, like I've realized like don't pursue happiness. Pursue something that means something to you. Pursue like something that's meaningful, like something that has that kind of impact for you. Like what means something to you? You know what I mean? I feel like when you pursue that, you end up achieving the happiness pretty goddamn quickly because you're not hyper focused on like what's my state of being right now. Did I wake up this morning feeling happy because I'm trying to pursue this? No, it's just like you're not thinking about the happiness part. You're pursuing something that means something instead of pursuing just isolating on a feeling. You know what I mean? Does that make
yeah. You
sense?
gotta recognize it, right? You have to recognize those good feelings because they're very fleeting. Your brain is wired to remember the bad things, not the good things.
Yeah.
So,
And whenever you
uh,
choose whatever purpose or meaning you're looking for, make sure that it's like it's going to be something that you end up embracing. The whole concept behind it is like you're going to embrace something that is bringing in both the positive and the negative aspects
mhm.
into one. And then it's like finding that balance between the two because it's going to inherently do that by pursuing that whatever that meaningful thing is. That makes sense.
Yeah,
Philosophical
yeah.
motherfucker.
That's really nice. It's not it's a convoluted way to being like recognize your surroundings. Are things bad for you right now? Try to change something. Look around your room. Can it be cleaned up and tidied up?
Hmm.
Like just make an effort to be a little bit better every day. It doesn't have to be big giant leaps. I know people say that all the time, right? Like you don't have to make big steps. You really don't. If you don't brush your teeth every day, try doing that every day. If you
I
if
know
you
I
don't
didn't
make
mean
your
to
bed
laugh,
every
but
morning,
sorry, go
make
ahead.
your bed. Yeah, if you don't make your bed, make your bed. If you don't do your dishes whenever you're done cooking or whenever you get done eating, do them every time. Make these little tiny steps. They will eventually lead to bigger, greater steps in your happiness and well-being. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
No, for
being
sure.
happy is a journey. It's not a fucking flash.
No, it's not. It's not a flash of titties. But oh
But
well, come on,
come on,
man.
bud.
Yeah, dude, yeah, that's pretty nice. I'd be pretty
That's
goddamn
why
happy.
porn's so addicting.
I'm not gonna lie. My wife walked in and just was like, "Good morning, my husband." Titty flash. I'd be like, "God damn, I'm a happy motherfucker."
Like, holy
Yeah,
shit.
there goes my serotonin. My endorphins are flying. Yippee ki yay, motherfucker!
I've also got an attention going on. Let's go. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude. Um, but no, so I just figured I'd say that. Um, I want to say that you know, there was something
Well,
I was
hold
gonna
on.
get into.
That's really out of pocket for you, Ben, to be saying something very nice and sincere like that. So it's very nice to hear that coming from you.
Well, man, I have done some growing, and I'm the best person on the planet. I've realized. So, yeah, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Humble and sincere. Wow,
Dude, I'm
he's a double hitter today.
Dude, I'm so humble. The other day, I was watching this person do this thing, and I was like, "Oh, hey, man, like you're doing that thing. Here, I can do it better than you. Get the fuck out of my way." And then I did it better, and then I handed it back to him, and I was like, "See, now you try, but you're not gonna do it as good as me." Like, that's so fucked up.
The
No,
humblest man around.
no, no, no. Yeah. I know. The whole pursuit of happiness thing, which is probably what we'll just call this podcast, the Pursuit of Happiness 2024 edition. Um, makes no sense. What? 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 You,
The sound changed a little bit. How do I sound?
you sound fine, I think.
Okay.
What happened? Talk.
My audio just like completely changed. But anyway, if I sound fine, I sound fine.
You do. Ooh, look at them big stretches. He's flexing the guns
Oh,
out.
come on, dog. I'm just
I-
getting some stretches in,
I-
dude.
I-
They make me feel good.
They make me feel great.
Busting makes me feel good.
But anyways, so I mean, obviously, honestly, talking about happiness and stuff is dumb.
So what do you do in your life that makes you a little happier?
Me,
Yeah,
honestly,
you.
being productive, do something
Yeah.
every day. Do something. I'm not saying do something that's like, oh, hey, I went out and I went out clubbing with my friends, or I had a lunch. Yeah, you could do those things, sure, but I'm talking about something that's actually productive. So, for instance, my routine, my daily routine: wake up in the morning, wake up early, start your day fresh. Like, wake up, yeah, it's getting into this routine sucks, but what I found works for me is if I get up at 4 a.m., work out, do the works, start my day off with a workout, all the pistons are firing in my brain. Everything. My brain's fully awake. By working out, you get chemical release in your brain, which helps balance you. And I'm not saying go do a workout that kills you and you can't walk afterwards and you have to lay down. No, like people misconstrue that. Go do a workout that just, gets your heart rate going for anywhere between 30 minutes to 60 minutes, whatever your cup of tea is. And it just helps get you moving. And then your brain corresponds with it because it reacts to it. You get a good little dopamine drop and all these fun things. And then you instinctively become more productive because you're functioning, like your brain's at 100%, at very good operating power at this point.
Yeah.
And you have more motivation. It will naturally bring more motivation to do things. So like me, it's like always do things, always be productive, work out, do something that's for you but also a positive, right? So working out's one of those things because like not only is it good for you but it gets you moving. So it's like covers two different categories, And then after that, it's like, okay, well, you got to work. Now it's like, let's be structured and, get things done at work. When I get home from work, you know what I do? I make sure to do chores every day. I have like two main chores I do every fucking day when I get home. And that's make sure that the vacuuming's been done or, depending on what's needed that day, right? I always make sure to do at least two chores, whether it be dishes, whether it be um vacuuming, whether it be doing a load of laundry, whatever, two chores, that's it. And just set that rule because that way at the end of every day when you lay down at night, like something happens in your brain because when you wake up the next day, you're waking up to success because the day before was success. And when you wake up the next morning and the things you accomplished, the result of that accomplishment is there the next day. Whether it be from the chores you did or being productive at work or
from working out the day before. Like you started a routine and it's the benefits start to work themselves in. So that's what I do. That's what I do. Always doing something.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of tasks, like just tasks in general. So if you know that you need to mow the lawn, write that down. I'm a big fan of lists. So my tasks always end up in lists. It's literally as simple as wake up at 5 a.m., exercise, drink your coffee, do work. Now do your chores. My tasks, my list is almost the same thing every day, but writing that down helps my brain recognize what is like the priorities listed out in sequential order.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they change. Sometimes it's like wake up, take the dog for a walk, then exercise, then coffee, then so on and so forth, right? It may not be broken down so fucking like regimented, like wake up, breakfast, poop. Like, it's not broken down like that. Of course, you're gonna have like things that you have to do in between things, but you have your list of tasks that help you have a guideline other than wake up, play on your phone for an hour and a half,
Yeah.
go watch TV, then I might vacuum. It's like I'm going to wake up, I'm going to exercise, I'm going to do all these things I have to do before I give myself that reward. So
It's a
that's how I do it.
it's a well, one, I'm gonna say two things, two different like coverages of things you could say. One is that I'll start with this one so I don't forget it. So when it comes to when I observe people, like what I think a lot of people's problem is that they sit around too much and
Mhm.
they're in this complacency mode where they just sit around. They're not
Oh,
productive.
can I say something on that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Society is based around us not doing anything. They don't want you to do anything. So they make all these new TV shows come out. They make all these new comfortable couches. They make all these things to make you stay stagnant and in place. If you want to be somebody who listens and follows, by all means, sit on that motherfucking couch and do nothing. But
Mhm.
if you are looking at yourself and you want to do something, turn off your TV, unplug it, just literally unplug it, so that you can't turn it on unless you have to get up and plug it in. Make these small adjustments that are going to be difficult to do, but society is formed around you to do nothing. They don't want you to do stuff. They don't.
Yeah, and personally, I think that due to the narrative of people not being disciplined and having some type of structure in their life to do things, like their own structure, like make your own legitimate structure. Not saying follow someone else's structure, like a 9 to 5 job. If you're not a 9 to 5 person, then don't get a 9 to 5 job. Pursue whatever it is that you want to do, and pave your own way. Like I get that,
Yeah.
100%. But one of the things is that when I see people doing this thing where and it's the majority of people, where I think whenever you have, sorry, let me rephrase that. Whenever you are not productive and you don't have like a discipline or some form of structure in your life, well, you start losing, you stop being in touch with actual things that are important, and you lose in touch with the capability of problem solving. Hence why, I think people's feelings matter to an extent, but I think there's a hard line in the sand, and I think that I think where we're at right now, the reason why feelings are such a big narrative, like where it's like, oh, my feelings, everything has to be catered to my feelings, which is a massive thing going on right now. I'm sure everyone knows. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I believe that is a product of not having a structured or disciplined life. Because since you have no control anywhere else, you're left with your own thoughts and feelings stuck in your head that are always growing more and more intense because the root of the problem is somewhere else, but you're looking for to solve it in a different place than it's supposed to be. And so that's where the big, personally, I feel like that's where the big push for, like, oh no, you have to cater to my feelings on every little thing. It's like, no, the source of your problem is you're undisciplined and you have no structure and have no pursuit of anything of grandeur for yourself. All you're focusing on is how you're feeling in that moment. Feelings are are a moment type situation. When that
You're
moment,
making it seem too like militaristic and
oh
too
no no
like
no, well
fucking
no,
gung
it
ho.
has nothing to do with military. This is just psychology, plain and
I
simple.
understand, but you're making it seem very militaristic. Fuck your feelings, bullshit,
Hmm.
right? Like,
No. Feelings are important, but since a lot of people don't even have a basic structure in their life, they have no way of balancing feelings and non-feelings. Like they don't know how to balance those two together. So since they're stuck with one on one far end, the pendulum's completely tipped. So your feelings are outweighing everything else because you have no structure to balance you. I think that feelings are very important. I think especially where we are going forward in the world and where we are in a culture, I think feelings are important. But I do believe that feelings need to be right. Like you need to know how to regulate your own feelings, and I don't believe people know how to do
yep.
that. That's the problem. There's no people do not have their own self-regulation of their
Yeah,
feelings.
I regulate my feelings through sex, drugs, and alcohol, and through raging, and through fighting on the streets, and
Hell
through
yeah,
cussing at
dude.
people, and masturbation, and just fucking running around crazy, dude.
Yeah,
That's how I regulate my
yeah,
feelings.
I agree with you, brother. Hell yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. No, it's not a thing. I'm not saying anything. This is not like some military thing or structure. Nothing. This is just saying that people lack any form of discipline that would help
No,
balance
you're at.
themselves.
I completely agree with you. That's why we
Yeah.
mentioned earlier that make these small adjustments, making your bed, brushing your teeth, cleaning your house. Make these small 2 tasks a day chores for yourself.
Yeah. And
Because
also,
these little
yeah.
wins make great victories.
Another thing is that I really think that would help a lot of people is if they put their phone, like set a thing on their phone. Like there's this box you can buy. It's called the lockout box, and it's for your phone,
Yeah.
right? And you can mount you don't even have to mount it if you don't want to. It comes with a way to mount it if you want. But I would say it comes with a timer on this box. Put your phone in it, right? Put your phone in it at night, like late at night. And don't get me wrong, you can put an emergency code on it so you can open it if you need to get into it before the timer goes off, right? But I would say put it in the box, and when you wake up in the morning, it's in that box, and you don't touch it for the first 3 hours of your day. That's it. Like, let's say you wake up at 6 a.m. All right, well, you can't touch your phone until 9. Like, you can't go and look at it. You know what I mean? Like, breaking away from that digital interface and focusing on what's going on around you in your real world and your real life that right there will create waves for yourself in a good way. You just have to get through it. Like force yourself to get through it. Just do it one day at a time and try to do it for like a week. And the next thing you know, try to do it for 2 weeks. Next thing you know, do it for 3 weeks. And you're going to realize you're going to end up becoming more productive naturally because you're not distracted by looking at some stupid fucking device that you've built such a horrible habit and you've been Pavloved into looking at 24/7.
Yep.
So, yeah. Sorry, there's that. Okay. Don't judge.
Also, all these electric fields being pushed through your brain are making you fucking cranky too. So
That's true. That's 100% facts. They did a bunch of studies on that stuff too. Like a
yeah, it's
lot of
crazy, right?
studies.
I really want to put a Faraday box around my bedroom so that when I'm sleeping, no Wi-Fi can go in my bedroom, or it's like a private chamber. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. You know what I really want in my room? I want a deprivation tank I can sleep in.
Dude, that would be fucking badass.
Every
Oh
night,
my
sleep in a
god.
deprivation tank. Oh fuck yeah, dude. I'd be
So
a happy guy.
speaking of that, I really want to. I think this year I'm going. Perhaps in a couple months or so, I'm going to start doing lucid dreaming, like recording and attempting to actually do it. I recently read an article and some like brief essays on how to start getting into it, and I think I'm going to give it a shot
Yeah. That's it.
so that I can so that I can lucid dream every night and have my vivid out of body experiences every night.
No, that's pretty sweet. How are you gonna
Yeah.
do it? How
Yeah.
are you gonna do it?
So you start out by writing down all of your dreams. So day one, you wake up in the morning at your regular time. You write down, I didn't have any dreams, or you wake up, you write down, had a small dream about farting into a cake. that's more of a fetish than anything. But and then you just keep doing that for as long as it takes. Could be 7 days, could be 14 days. You just write down your dreams, and until you're starting to write down paragraphs of your dreams, until you're starting to write like sentences or pages of how vivid and perfectly detailed your dreams are. Once you get to that point, you need to make like a what's that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and the Dreamland? Inception. You need to start making like an Inception thing. So in the book that I briefly guided and looked over, the guy would hold his nose and try to breathe through his nose. And in a dream, you can do that, but in real life, you cannot. So once you're in your dream, if you hold your nose and breathe, you're dreaming, and that's how you begin to lucid dream. And then from there, it escalates.
Oh, that's pretty fucking sweet.
Yeah, so in real life, you have to do it every hour. So you just hold your nose and try to breathe through your nose while you're awake. So while you're sleeping, it becomes like second nature to you to just be like a habit of yours to do no matter what you're doing.
Yeah.
So at that point, once you do that in your dream, you're like, oh shit, now I'm lucid dreaming. You'll look at your hands and then you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And then you have to keep recording your dreams for the rest of your life, and it just becomes like a habit.
I wonder if
and
there's a way I could interface OBS into my brain so I could screen record.
reverse screen record. Yeah, you have to get that EEG helmet that I sent you.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck the helmet. I'm just kidding. That I would totally wear it for a podcast. I would wear it every fucking podcast. Like, ChatGPT, can you please give me some stuff on this? You know? Or I could pull like a Doc Brown from Back to the Future because he's got the thing on
Yeah.
his head. And he's like, I'm reading your thoughts. And he's like all freaking out with Marty in his basement back in 1955. And he's like, you know what this tells me? He's like, what, Doc? That this damn thing doesn't work. Yeah, sorry. I went on a movie
That's a
reference
good movie.
there.
That's a good time.
But there's you know what also affects happiness? Guess what affects happiness? You know what plays a role is genetics. Genetics.
I thought you were gonna say jizzing.
That does too. They've proven if you blow a load, have orgasm.
I'm all jizzed up over here,
have
dude.
orgasm. Your levels increase. You become happy all the time because you're coming all the time.
Yeah, but it's a fleeting feeling.
I know,
right?
I
That's
know.
the issue.
I know. I was kidding. But
Yeah, me too.
it's more. It would end up becoming. You would get into the habit of like kind of like zebra gum, dude. When we comes like, oh, like you know what I mean? Like you're like, oh yeah, aw.
It's that depression masturbating. Have you ever heard of the term gooning?
No.
So it is a term of masturbating for a long period of time, talking hours. So there is a world record of the longest masturbating session. I think it's like 25 hours. So where
What?
an individual was just masturbating and jerking off for a day for a full 25
He's
hours.
probably got some great fucking arm stamina, bro.
It might be even longer. Let me look up.
That's what she
my-
said.
my-
While you're
I
looking that
wish.
up, I'm gonna read some things. There's a thing called the set point theory. Have you ever heard of this?
I have not.
So the set point theory, so this suggests that individuals have a genetically determined baseline level of happiness known as a set point. According to this theory, life events and circumstances can temporarily affect happiness levels, but individuals tend to return to their baseline over time. And this is within the genetics, like how genetics play a role. Have you ever heard of that? I agree with it. I've always had a baseline that I've never been able to raise.
I'm not listening to you because this guy said he did it for 100 days.
Oh, fuck off. That's ridiculous.
says
He'd have
100
no
days,
dick. He'd be all blood, dried blood.
100 days of edging
The fuck is
to
edging?
never come.
What's
To where you masturbate just to the edge of ejaculation, and then you stop before you actually ejaculate.
Damn, that blue balls from hell. Fuck that. Like,
Yeah.
that's horrible. That'd be horrible. That'd be like That would suck. Fuck all that. No, just let me get my nut and move on with my day. I'm not here for that.
Sometimes I take my time to write down my story here. I am dedicated to only releasing sperm for baby making. This is the pure reason to my fetish. Oh God. However, edging is encouraged by my fetish in the occasional dry orgasm, an orgasm without cum, but the full sensation. I decided to stretch my two boys to 24/7 while edging as much as possible. I have officially made it 9 months. Oh my fucking Christ.
Fuck that, dude.
Talk about a goon.
That's dumb. I'm good. Let's get back to the genetics and happiness now from this weird motherfucker who doesn't want to come like a normal person. So there's a twin study on happiness in genetics with twins. So it says that twin studies are a key method for understanding the genetic basis of complex traits like happiness. These studies compare the similarity in happiness levels between monozygotic identical twins who share monozygotic or zygotic just means identical. So they're just talking about identical twins who share nearly 100%.
Wait, what are we talking about here? I got caught up in the gooning experience. What are we talking about?
Let me repeat the other one too, because you didn't even hear what I said on that for the set point theory. So I'm gonna read the set point theory and then the twin studies for twins. So the set point theory, this is a theory that suggests that individuals have a genetically determined baseline level of happiness known as a set point. According to this theory, life events and circumstances can temporarily affect happiness levels, but individuals tend to return to their baseline over time. So basically saying due to genetics, you have a baseline level of happiness due to like chemical levels in your body, and you tend to revert back to that. But despite moments that cause those increases, you'll revert back to it. Is all it's trying to say. And I agree with that. I feel like I have that. Like I always I can get these fleeting moments of happiness, but I always go back to this one baseline I always have. It's been that way my entire life. Even now, like where I've become successful and I've pursued a goal and I accomplished that goal, I still have reverted back. You know what I mean? Like I'm still at that baseline and I can feel it. So it's like I agree with it. I think it's a good theory. Granted, it's called a theory, so I guess it's not 100% proven. But there's that one, and then there's the twin studies. So the twin studies is for obviously twins. We're talking about people who are brother and sister born at the same time, or brother and brother, sister and sister, whatever it is. So it's a key method for understanding the genetic basis of complex traits like happiness. So these studies compare the similarity in happiness levels between identical twins who share nearly 100% of their genes and fraternal twins who share about 50% of their genes. So it's just talking about the differences between that. So that's interesting. And then there's also heritability estimates. So heritability
is it interesting?
It is. Dude, the Nazis were doing this shit. They started with the twins. It's a fact. I'm not bringing that up to be a negative person.
They started the twins. The Nazis started twinism.
No, they started experimenting on twins, seeing what makes them tick. And this is just an offshoot from that, man. Only just not in a fucked up way. It's just monitoring like hey, does happiness play a role.
Are twins genetically happier? Is that what that's saying?
No, that's not what it's saying. It's just saying being able to compare genetics between two people who share 100% of the same genes to someone who does not. So they're able to see what levels are and chemical levels. And
I'll never be completely happy, Ben. I need a twin, damn it.
I am your twin.
Give me a twin, dude.
We're dick twins. We were born with the same dick. Whenever we pull our dicks out, it's like, whoa, we both have a 3-inch and 3/4-inch dick? What? And they look alike? And when we put a top hat on the head of the dick, they look similar still too? Oh, hell yeah, dude. Even our pubes match.
You think I can get like dick? You think I can get like dick surgery to make my penis look different? I can like have it like they could be like a multicolor penis, like it starts at the base pink and then it goes like blue at the tip, and then
Ooh.
I can have it do like a curly Q. I can be the only guy in town with an alien cock.
You know, it's 2023. I'm pretty sure you can get any type of operation to do that. However, if you want to do it the cheaper route, just go get yourself I read a really funny fucking article, but apparently it's true. If you use a dick pump, a penis pump, and you use it, so it actually causes, blood vessels to pop, and it will leave a ring around your dick, like in the middle of your dick, from the suction going on to pump it, or from the pumping going on, and it actually breaks the blood vessels. And that's like, so for instance, there's this show on Netflix, and it just started auto playing, and me and my wife were like, what the fuck is this show? Because we weren't even watching TV. We just had it on for background noise, right? And I forgot what we were doing. We were doing something else, and then all of a sudden, and we're down in our living room, right? And all of a sudden, it goes to a scene, and they're like, and we weren't even watching the show. We don't even know what it was called. And all of a sudden, there was a scene, and it caught my eye, and I looked up because it was in the corner of my eye. I saw the TV, and my wife's back was towards the TV, so she couldn't see it. All of a sudden, it was a locker room full of fucking naked dudes, and it was like showing their hogs and everything, and their hogs were like fucking flaccid, like we're talking about limp. They were like 8 inches long, 10 inches long, and they all had these like rings. Like there was literally a ring on the dick, like in the middle of the dick, like it looked like a bruise. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And then my wife turned around, she was like, what the fuck, And yeah, it was just Netflix. It was when Netflix did this thing where it would just start auto playing a show. And it was like, here, try something new, because they had this category for like try a new show type thing. It started auto playing that when our other show ended. So it was going off of the randomization bullshit. And I was like, what the fuck is this? So like the only takeaway I took from it was like, obviously, like, gross, what the fuck is this? But then the real takeaway was, why the fuck was there a ring on all those dudes' dicks? Like a bruise ring. So I actually looked it up, and that's where I came across this whole article breaking it down. It's from using a dick pump, a penis pump. It breaks the blood vessels and causes like a permanent color change on your dick.
That sounds horrific. Hey, can we take a quick break?
Yeah.
I gotta take my dog out.
Son of a bitch, I'm in, and we're back. Hello. I don't even remember what the fuck we were talking about at all.
We were talking about like happiness through twins and whatnot, and I was still stuck on looking up like gooning problems. But have you seen that tiny little Bible that's like 2 inches big in Leeds, England?
No.
Yeah, it's like this big. It's the full Old Testament and New Testament in a tiny little 2-inch book.
Wow, fuck that. Too much. That's too little and too much. Too little and too much all at the same time. You would think something like that wouldn't exist, but it does. Too little and too much.
Yeah, they said it's like 900. It's super duper old too. It was lost to time, and they found it.
How old is it?
It's so old.
What do you mean?
Like
it's something that was found?
Yeah, something that was found. Absolutely, it was inside of the one of the libraries in Leeds, England. They say there's a replica made in 1911 of it. Let's see here. It's over. It was made in 15th century, so 1400.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. That's interesting. So, let's jump back onto the topic of happiness real quick. I want to throw another couple of genetic things out there that play a role in this stuff. So there are genetic markers and neurobiology. So some of the things in that are like, serotonin transport genes, like how it's transported. Some research identifies specific genes as such as those involved in the serotonin pathway, which do, and they say might, but it does influence happiness to a degree. The capability of achieving that state, you know, um, and then and then they've also discovered as well that different variations in the serotonin transport gene have been linked to differences in emotional regulation and moods. So it affects all of it, not even just happiness. It affects all of those different mental states that you could find yourself in. Um, Another one is like neurotransmitters and your actual like brain structure itself. So neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin are known to play roles in mood regulation, which is true. And then there's
Yeah.
and then of course the genetic factors can influence how these neurotransmitters function and are regulated in the brain, or regulated. Sorry, I said regulated. Regulated in the brain. So that's
I
the
do
thing.
recommend anybody who is trying to be a little bit happier, go talk to a professional therapist and go find somebody who can help you uh, find your pursuit for happiness a little bit better than us two idiots. We are
Yep.
smartly uneducated for a reason. We attempt to be educated in the means of others purely on our own research alone, out of the mainstream media's own research. So if you need help being happy, please go find a therapist. We simply have found our own sort of happiness in our lives, and we're just trying to help.
Fuck you! I'm not trying to
Thank you,
help
YouTube,
nobody.
for letting us be here.
And thank you, YouTube, for letting us still be here. Yeah, no shit. No, fuck them. Um, yeah, fuck them. Besides, our website's about to go live, motherfucker. It is about
I'm so
to
excited for that.
happen.
That's so cool.
And I'm
The new
still,
year, new us.
yeah, I'm still working out the kinks. I haven't decided how I'm doing the storage aspect of it yet. How I want to do it, because however I set up the storage is going to be for, long term, you know?
Yeah.
Or at least for the next couple of years. I don't want to have to dick with it every 6 months and try to change shit. So it's on the way. The website's finished. I mean, or almost 100% finished. There's a couple of little things I have to modify, but other than that, like the main part of it's done. Like the majority literally is done, 100%.
Oh wow.
So I just gotta finish that, and boom, website will be up. My goal was to have it up before Christmas, but I knew that was kind of a tall order. So it is now going to be up hopefully here in the next couple weeks. It'll be done and it'll be live. And that's where, I'm not gonna lie, I think what I'm gonna do is just make YouTube posts, right? And you know how you can make posts instead of putting out a video and shit? I'm gonna
Mhm.
make a post with just a link to our podcast webpage.
Oh yeah, I mean, we should have that in every. It should also be on our Spotify, everything of that as well. So, um,
Yep.
everybody will shortly see a link to our website and all that stuff as well. And if those of you who do listen on a regular basis, if you're interested in a live stream for us to do this, let us know. I think that'd be a fun thing to do. That way, y'all can interact with us as we talk.
And we could do a live stream. I feel like we should do a live stream just for funsies, just to see what kind of
Yeah,
people tune in, you know?
I think that'd be
Because
really fun.
anytime I believe anytime you do a live stream, it kind of goes out to everybody, as
Yeah.
people are looking through stuff. So we could do a live stream, do that shit. I can tell you right now that I'm gonna be horrible about the idea of replying to comments or shit being said in the stream. I will be horrible about it. It'll be more of us just putting on a live.
I'll be good at that. I'll be good at that.
You'll be good at
I,
that?
I'll read the comment section.
Yeah, we got to figure out when we want to do it, because, if we're going to do a live stream on YouTube or something, then we're going to want to make sure that we're, um, what's the word? We just got to make sure that we are, like, everything's set up properly, and what time to do it. What time would be the best time to do a live stream? I have no idea.
Yeah, it'd be like the afternoon probably.
Yeah, but that plays a role into when we're available. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So
Absolutely. Well, we could talk about this later.
Yeah. But that's also part of the pursuit of happiness because this would make us happy. Um,
That's right.
but yeah. So, anyways, I there's a bunch of stuff that goes in the pursuit of happiness. I don't even know why I chose this subject. I didn't even. I'm not gonna lie. Like it was like low on the totem pole. I didn't even really want to
Attempt
talk
to
about
be
it.
a little bit happier in your life. It's easy to do.
Yep.
Just make small little efforts, and you can find yourself being a little bit happier every day.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
I love you all very much.
But anywho, what was it? I'm looking for something. I'm trying to find something. Where the fuck is it? The global refugee crisis. Let's talk. I'm just kidding. let's talk about something we know nothing about. 100%. You know, send them back. I'm just kidding. Just send them back, motherfucker.
Send 'em back,
Send
get
'em
rid
back.
of 'em all.
That's fucked up. Oh, what about geothermal energy potential? Ooh. That's a 10-cent word.
Let's talk about the U.S. citizen on the list of Hamas hostage.
Wait, what? What?
And the little. How to be happy, Ben? Choose Israel, Palestine. Choose a side.
Fuck both of them.
Dad was Christmas shopping when fire. Oh my God! I gotta stop reading this sad news. This is awful.
Oh yeah, we're here to help you with happiness. Let's read this really fucked up stuff that's happening in the
I
world
went to
around us.
I looked up the most depressing news stories right now. The AC/DC drummer died.
What? I don't even know who he is.
I don't know his name
Hmm?
either, but he was the drummer to AC/DC.
Well, that sucks. Sucks for him.
Matthew Perry died of a ketamine overdose.
Oh, that's so sad. Stop reading this shit. I like Matthew Perry. I was sad when I found out he passed away. I like that guy.
Yeah, me too. I still am sad about it, but there we go.
But yeah, I think going into the new year, my guy. This is the new year. This is 2024, 2024. Uh-oh. Do math on that. 2024 divided by 0.8567. Oh, what is that? The number 23. What? And everything equals 23. And it's 24. Oh, just kidding. It's no longer. It doesn't equal 23 anymore. It equals 24. Oh my God, everything's equal to 24, which means that 2024 is gonna be another year.
What is 3 times 666? That's right. It's 2024. So if you find yourself wondering why the next year is so evil, you can thank the number 3.
Yes, and the number 24, because now number 24, according to religious zealots, will be the mark of the beast. Hooray! Like, oh my God, dude. Yeah. Anyways, I almost started talking about something else, and I was about to say nope. I just stopped myself. So I'm glad I did that. I'm glad I just stopped myself because holy shit, I almost just like went off.
You tend to do that a lot, Ben. I think your autism pops up more than you think.
Oh, it does. It does. It does, my guy. Very much so. Did you know of any? You know what? Why don't we do this? I'm going to share with everyone some fun information about bizarre world records set in the past year. Let's find out what they are. At least some highlights.
Everybody, if you're listening on Spotify, please go and give us a 5-star review. We will
Yes.
attempt to read them. We only have 2 right now, so please find your way over there and give us some reviews.
Yeah, I noticed that someone gave us another review. I was really happy about that.
That's nice.
It was very nice.
Can you go and see who that is?
No, it doesn't show you who gave the reviews. At least not that I've seen. If it's somewhere in there, I just don't know where it is, but I haven't seen it. But here, let me give you a recap of bizarre world records set this last year, and this will blow your mind. So, when I say blow your mind, I don't think it will actually blow your fucking mind. But we had the largest gathering of people dressed as astronauts last year. And it was an attempt to honor space exploration, where a large group of people dressed up in astronaut suits at a single venue. So there was a bunch of fucking Martians out there, a lot of cosmonauts. They're also having longest time balancing a lawnmower on the chin. What? Someone balanced
that's
a
pretty
lawnmower on the chin. A quirky record that involves an individual balancing a running. Oh my God, it was running too. Fuck out of here. A running lawnmower on their chin for the longest time possible, bro. The bitch. Did they take the blades out of it? Because holy shit, what if it loses
They must
balance
have.
and falls on their fucking face? Well, there it goes. Now you're a fucking clear-cut piece of ham, you know?
Here's a review and a comment left by somebody. Thank you, Jeffrey Duke 6461. Why do you gotta swear in every sentence?
I believe
Because
we.
cussing's fun.
I believe no. I gave a reply to that.
I know.
You should read it.
I know you did. I
You
see
should
it.
read it. It's a good one.
The reply is, my mama was loose with the sailors in the port. I may not have known my daddy, but I learned his words.
Hell yeah, dude. I agree with that guy.
I butchered that sentence, but there we go.
I agree with that guy. Yeah, and guess what? What was the guy's name again? What was the guy's name?
Jeffrey Duke.
Jeffrey Duke. Fuck yourself, my guy. Yes. Fuck. I just said a bunch of curse words. Eat a bag of dicks.
Poopy, heck, doo-doo, pee-pee. Now, those are dangerous words.
Those are dangerous words. You know what else is a dangerous word? You know what else is a dangerous word? Can you guess
Tell me.
what that dangerous word would be?
Hate.
That's so dark. I love it. But no, that's not the right word. You know what a dangerous word is?
Booty.
Say booty.
Booty.
Booty. I wouldn't say that's a dangerous.
Booty.
You know what? A really dangerous word is saying "I feel." It's more of a phrase. I feel. Just I feel. That's dangerous phrase / word play. Never use the words in a sentence. I feel blah 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 blah, because that means
Where are you reading this?
from my brain. anyways. So here's another cool, bizarre thingy that was set this world record.
Hey, has this been long enough yet? Has this been long
let
enough?
me read this. Most ice cream scoops balanced on a comb. Oh, hey. Most ice cream scoops
that's pretty
balanced on a
cool.
cone. Hell yeah. Apparently it was a giant tower of fucking delicious scoops of ice cream on a cone. Next is fastest time to enter a suit. What? Fastest time to enter a suitcase?
How many scoops? How many scoops of ice cream?
I don't know. It doesn't tell me. I want to know. It's not telling me how many scoops. But the fastest time to enter a suitcase was a record that was set. And it's the record for the fastest time to someone who can contort themselves into a standard size suitcase and zip it up, and then get shipped off. Yeah, most
They're shipping. Is that how they do mail order brides?
Oh, that's dirty. I like it though. What was it? I'm just gonna read through these really fast. Most Jello eaten with chopsticks. And with chopsticks? Get the fuck. That's horrible. Fuck that. Most Jello eaten with
You must
chopsticks.
have a really
in 1 minute.
delicate chopstick usage.
Me?
I mean, if they're eating a lot of Jello
Oh,
with chopsticks, they must have really delicate
They have
chopsticks.
very nimble fingers. There's that. There's the longest mustache. Record for the longest mustache ever measured, showcasing impressive dedication to facial hair growth. Evan, what have you done? You've slacked. You've cut off your beard.
Yeah,
You could have had
I
something.
won the record and then I quit. I won the record and immediately cut it off.
Yeah.
I think somebody else deserves it.
Oh, this is the most impressive one yet. The most people applying lip balm simultaneously in one gathering. So we had massive amounts of people all wetting their lips.
All lubed up.
All lubing them for that hard, dry cock.
God, why is it always got? Why you always got to?
That's what you just sent me a text and told me to say that. The next, next
that was a
is-
secret between you and I.
that was a secret. Most people apply, or I already did that one. Tallest stack of donuts in 1 minute. Did you eat the donuts? They better have eaten those motherfucking donuts. That's all I'm gonna say.
I wonder how many they stacked up. If we're talking like
Oh.
5, I can do that. But if we're talking like 100, now that's a challenge.
Yeah, and then an astronaut did the most jumping jacks in space. And then he added a cosmic twist to the traditional jumping. So every time he they're doing a joke right there. They're saying that he did on one of the spacecrafts, he was doing jumping jacks, which how is he jumping if he's just floating? Which means he was just
doing X's.
space angels, not snow angels.
Yeah, there you go.
Space angels. And then on top of that, it added a cosmic twist to traditional jumping jacks. Get it? Cosmic
What
twist.
is it?
No, get it? He's doing jumping jacks in space. Cosmic twist. The last one is largest collection of rubber ducks. What, they are a Jeep owner?
Must have been my fucking neighbor. They have so many rubber ducks. It's crazy.
Fuck rubber ducks. They're only fun if they're in the tub. Anyways.
All right. Is this
That's
long enough? We got to end it now.
I know we
think
have
we're
to
out of joke.
end it. You're just... This was an impromptu podcast because we knew we were going in the new year, so we started out weak as fuck. There you go. We did not have this one planned out.
I think the podcast was good. I think it was a good one. I don't know what you're talking about. Weak as fuck. I think it was good.
It was weak as fuck. And when our standard of weak is strong as fuck to other people. So, take it with a grain of salt. Just saying.
All right. All right.
Take it with a grain
Bye, everybody.
of salt.
Thanks for listening.
Goodbye.
Tell everybody. Force people into watching this.
Goodbye. And what was the name of that guy who commented on the video again?
Jeffrey Duke.
Yeah, Jeffrey Duke. Fuck yourself. Yes. All right. Bye, everybody. Fuck you, Jeffrey Duke.